Hi, my name is Natasha Hurst. Today I'm going to talk to you about a public health problem, who it affects disproportionately, a complementary medicine approach, why I believe it would be useful, project outline, and ways of evaluation. I would like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on where I stand and pay my respects to the elders past, present, and emerging. Type 2 diabetes is a chronic progressive disease marked by high blood glucose levels. This is the result of a reduced production or ineffective use of insulin. It is more commonly diagnosed in those over the age of 45. However, the prevalence in those that are younger is occurring more rapidly. There is no specific cause and no known cure of type 2 diabetes. However, research shows that things such as an inadequate diet and a lack of physical exercise plays a major part, with obesity being considered a major risk factor. Lifestyle changes help to prevent complications that could lead to permanent disability and premature death. Those that are most affected are the socio-economically disadvantaged. Sadly, the Indigenous population fall within this bracket. The Indigenous Australian population represent 3% of the total population of Australia. Compared to non-Indigenous Australians, they are 4 times more likely to be diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. This is due to social and environmental inequalities, such as little to no income or homelessness. Other factors such as historical and cultural inequality also play a part. The devastation of colonisation still reverberates today, passed down through the generations to have a dramatic impact on the health of the Indigenous Australian people. Before colonisation, Indigenous Australians were hunter-gatherers. They lived off the land. Food was not only a source of sustenance, it was a deep interwoven part of who they were. It sustained their people, their culture, their spiritual connection to country. When they were stripped of this cultural fabric, forced to adapt to a foreign way of life, their food became that of inferior quality. Due to socio-economic disadvantage today, that still occurs due to the feast and famine cycle. Whilst there have been interventions to address the health inequalities and make sustained improvements, there is still a health gap. Research proves that this is due to Western society's poor knowledge of the spiritual and cultural significance of food, the imbalance caused by the disruptions of the severed social and environmental structure that they were so accustomed to. I believe the LOOMA Naturally Deadly program will make a difference. It's a complementary medicine approach based on naturopathic principles, so it takes a holistic view. It encompasses the bio, psycho, social, spiritual aspects of the Indigenous community. The LOOMA Naturally Deadly program will be based in LOOMA. LOOMA is in the remote Kimberley area of northwest Australia. It has a population of about 500 people and they're made up of 4 different Aboriginal language groups. This program will be a community-wide approach with everybody encouraged to participate. However, the target group will be for those over the age of 15. The aim here is to bridge the gap by restoring the cultural and spiritual significance in relation to food, to bring back that deep sense of interconnectedness. In 1993, 25% of adults in the LOOMA community had diabetes and 42% were overweight. My goal is to reduce those statistics by 50% in 4 years. So how are we going to achieve this? Firstly, I believe a community garden would be a great idea, as well as a communal kitchen space and an area where they can share food together. So it would remove food insecurity. It could possibly add to employment in the town, and it would create a social cohesion. Secondly, I believe getting back to traditional roots would make a big difference. Not only would it help to improve physical exercise by going out and hunting and harvesting for food, but it would also add to a sense of mental well-being, getting back that deep connection with country. Thirdly, I believe that more practical support should be available. This could involve being available to take blood glucose readings, to do regular weigh-ins, to offer education related to diabetes or even cooking. Another important area here would be to provide access for refrigeration and also loans of cooking equipment. So how can we determine whether the program is a success? Obviously, the first one is through reduced statistics. That's by taking biomedical markers. Secondly, we can actually approach the community and we can talk to them. We can get questionnaires and surveys and see whether they believe that changes are making a difference.